Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you for the second part of the Avengers Endgame spoiler review. So I'm going to continue where I left off and probably skim through what I already explained and explain a little more on it and pretty much tell you what happens at the end of it. So let's dive into this review. Now, I already said that Natasha, well, Scarlett Johansson dies in the movie. She does, unfortunately. It was pretty sad and emotional. It was an emotional scene right there, where Jeremy Renner had to let her go. And then he got the Soul Stone, uh, woke up in a watery place like Thanos did in the Infinity War thing just to get the Soul Stone. And Jeremy Renner got it, and so did everyone else get the Soul Stone. But Thanos, the past Thanos, already knew that that they were getting the stones and stealing it just to go back that go back to the future or whatever. Uh, but they already used it before Thanos came and invaded their future, and their present mostly, and Thanos calls it the future. Uh, but that's when they have their big battle. Spider-Man comes back, Black Panther comes back, and many others that were lost come back. Wanda as well comes back. Uh, it turns into a big fight, like an army of on both sides, and it's a long fight. This movie was like 3 fucking hours, but it was worth the runtime to watch. It was really good. And right when they get to the Thanos fight towards the end of the movie, Thanos was grabbed the arm with the Infinity Stones or whatever, the glove with the Infinity Stones on it, and was ready to snap his fingers when Tony snatched the Infinity Stones from the glove that it was on or whatever, and he was about to say, "I am inevitable," and then he snaps his fingers and nothing happens. And that's where Tony puts it on his suit or whatever, the Infinity Stones right on his arm, and he's like, "I am Iron Man," and snaps his fingers, and boom. That's where they all disappear and turn to ash. So pretty much they won the battle and kicked Thanos' ass again. The past Thanos' ass. And they actually stumble upon Gamora. Well, the past Gamora that actually stays with them. There were a few tweaks to this movie that I wasn't a big fan of, but overall, this movie did very good, and I gave it a 9.5 out of 10 only because the action scenes were great, the plot was great, but the time traveling thing, just the time machine part of the movie, just them going back in time to get the Infinity Stones, I understand. But when they bring back someone to be on their side, like the past Gamora, I don't know. It just seems a little off right there. That's just my take on it. You may not agree with me on that, but it just seems off and a little misstep that they added on the movie that made the movie kind of slip in a way in a different direction. And then right towards the end of the movie, that's where Iron Man dies. Unfortunately, Tony Stark dies because he snapped his fingers and it drained. his iron suit or whatever and pretty much killed him. And that was a pretty sad moment right there. He sacrificed himself just to kill Thanos. And he did it, but at a cost. His life, mostly. Which was pretty sad. But this movie did very good. Captain America goes back in time just to his 1940s time, where he stays with his beloved. And then his older self comes back, and uh, Anthony Mackie goes, "Did you put the Soul Stones back or the Infinity Stones back?" He's like, "Yeah, it took a while, but I did." And I made a life for myself as well in that uh, time space or whatever. But yeah, it had a really good ending, and it ended very well. And this is probably the best movie so far this year, unless there's something else that comes out that's better. But I don't know. I'm sticking with my rating of 9.5 out of 10 because it still earned it. And yeah. Comment below, let me know what you guys thought of these spoiler reviews I did for each part. And let me know your thoughts on what your favorite scenes were in Avengers Endgame if you've seen it already. If you haven't, do not watch these spoiler reviews that I just posted on there, because it's only for people who have seen the movie. Just a fair warning to people who have not seen this movie. But tap a like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can to support the channel. I will be returning to you Sunday for a Reason Why Season 2 recap video. And Pink's more track review that I'll be doing whenever it comes out. So thank you for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next video.